a couple minutes early here, so thank you to anybody who's been in here waiting. I appreciate it. I've already got 3 likes. I appreciate that as well. Yeah, Juan is off tonight, so I'm kind of taking over his live streaming shift. Hello, Kenny. How are you? Dale, Theo, that's a new name. Good to see you. We are in the city of San Marcos right now, just off of the 78 freeway. How we usually do it, we're monitoring the scanners and waiting for any potential calls to go out. It is Saturday night. So let me know where you're watching from, or if you have any questions, comments, anything of the sort, feel free to leave them in the chat. Hi, April. How are you? Familiar face. Good to see you again. Hope you're having a good weekend. I usually zoom this in just a little bit. Beatrice, also recognize that name. Good to see you. Watching from Santee, down there in the East County. I'm doing well. Thank you, April.
Carlsbad, BLS response. Full. Engine 233 and RA1.
First timer. Thank you, Tiny T, for watching. I appreciate it. Hi, Janelle. How are you? Good to see you again.
David, 2 David Elson, around 245 in lot 12, 1450 North Pacific. For a subject that was beat with a glass bottle, the victim is 11-8. It's going to be at the roundabout. We're still getting further.
We'll definitely keep an eye on that. We have a reported attack with a glass bottle in Oceanside. It's going to be...
They all appear to be 15 to 18 years old.
At the harbor, the Oceanside harbor.
Assault. Engine 211.
They're dispatching FD to that.
And Oceanside lifeguards at 1450 North Pacific Street.
Yeah, glass bottle. Evergreen, good to see you. How are you doing tonight?
Last assignment. Can you touch this call with engine 211? Our MPC is down. Show's responding.
Units around to the 245. The victim is now standing up.
That's good. The person that's been hit with the glass bottle is now standing up. Initially, they were reported down.
RA211. Stage at 1450 North Pacific Street.
Making loops or circles around the mall there.
You're looking at the 78 freeway, how we do with every live stream. Jonathan, hello, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hopefully surviving this heat wave. Yeah, at least up here it seems to have calmed down. Yesterday and the day before were quite boiling, to put it quite frankly. It was in the 90s both days, and now we're like in the 70s. Hi, Charles. How you doing? Good to see you. Another familiar face.
SUV and a silver sedan.
So, Daniel, for the Juan groupies here, tell us about your background. Good idea. Thank you, Beatrice. My name is Daniel, for starters. I kind of cover the North County area. Occasionally, I will go down... Sorry if I'm clashing with the radio here. Occasionally, I'll go down to, the city of San Diego or East County. I do stick to San Diego County regardless. But, Yeah, so I got started doing this a few years ago. I was just kind of interested in the people that were already doing it back in like 2017, 2018, and they really caught my attention. And so I started watching their live streams, specifically the San Diego News video team. I started watching theirs, and it was very interesting to me, and I was commenting, and eventually they noticed me, and we got to talking, and the rest is kind of history. So I'm super grateful for the team that I was welcomed into, and I've learned a ton about this occupation and the media industry since. So now it's 2022 and we're still doing it. So it's definitely something I'm very passionate about. That heat wave was crazy. Yes, it was. Hi from National City, Poway area. Hi, Cody Ghost. Hi, Micah. Micah, I'm assuming that's how I pronounce it. Thank you so much, Charles, for the tip. I appreciate it. Got to 110 in my neck of the woods. Wow. That is hot. I feel like once it gets past like 100 degrees, at that point it's just like almost like one level of just super hot. Like I feel like when I've been in 100 degrees, it doesn't feel much different than 120, but some people might disagree with me. I've been to Arizona a couple times via a road trip, and those are some hot drives.
We had a couple witnesses that said there's close to 20 kids that were beating up one individual and someone fled on foot running southbound along the edge of the harbor.
Daniel, do you have Venmo? Yes, I do. Let me make sure I get this right. The handle is at newsflashsd, so I'll put it on the screen just for a couple seconds. That's my Venmo. Feel free to donate. You obviously don't have to, but I appreciate anything. Thank you so much, LA. Good to see you. Got a hot dog cartoon there. They have the most like random emojis, but I love it. Sounds like everybody ran away from that assault with a deadly weapon in Oceanside. Hopefully the victim's doing all right, though. Is Troll in here? I didn't see a comment from him. Where?
Can you send me one more routine?
That's weird. I'm not seeing Troll's comment.
Number 1 Georgia, cover 45 and close. Looks like we're going to be UTL vehicle. Show me today.
This is definitely earlier than I usually do my live streams. I usually follow ones, at least on Saturday nights. So I appreciate everybody adjusting their schedule to me. I know with the absence of one, you might not have a live stream to look at this time. So hopefully this was a good adjustment for you guys. We'll check if CHP is working anything at this point. Nothing on there.
Confirm, Jane.
Oh, there you are, Troll. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I can see your comments now. There is a good crowd in here already. I really appreciate everybody in here. Yeah, I was just confused because I saw Evergreen say hi to him, but I didn't see any comments from him. I'm mostly listening tonight. Huge backlog of video editing I'm trying to catch up on. Totally understandable, Dale. Thank you so much for even viewing that way. I still appreciate it just as much. I wish you well on your video editing. I know sometimes it can be a little stressful if something, like, I always have to like empty storage. That's like the main thing for me. I should, next time I get a computer in the future, I should buy one with more storage. Chu, good to see you. Hi, Daniel, and hi, everyone here in the chat. Thank you for joining. Hope you have hope you're having a good Saturday night. Daniel, you have great videos on YouTube. I've fallen asleep on your late stream since I tend to work weekends. I was off today. Thank you so much, Charles. I appreciate that. What do you do for work, if you don't mind me asking? I just ordered a 12 terabyte external drive, $199 on Amazon. Is that a decent price for that type of thing? I think I ordered a 1 terabyte external drive a little while ago, which I do use for a lot of my stringing videos. I'll put them on a separate drive. That's how I was able to do that rewind video in December of all the incidents in 2021, at least the ones that made that video, because I was able to access that hard drive. Excellent price for USB 3.2. Thank you, I appreciate that. I work at Rady Children's. Well, thank you for what you do, Charles. I appreciate that. Definitely a commendable job. Juan in the house. Thank you for joining, Juan, even though you got a busy night right now. I appreciate it. Took some time to visit his fam. Streaming fam. I'm a neonatal transport respiratory therapist. Wow. That is quite the title, Charles.
We're still UTLing any victims.
I'm at Disneyland. I'm so exhausted. Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw your Instagram story this morning. How's Disneyland treating you? Have you seen Mickey? Hi, Daryl. How you doing? Big's permission. I'm not sure what that means. I'm at the hotel stuffing myself with pizza. More power to you. I wish I had a pizza right now. I bought a USB 3.2 1 terabyte drive on a Black Friday sale. It was $120, but super, super, super fast.
One Union. There's a large group of juveniles walking eastbound on the harbor that might be involved. For a large group of
He saw Mickey, you guys. Mission accomplished. We don't usually start talking about food until later in the night. Well, Juan started it, in my defense.
One unit cars.
Or are they yelling at you as you drove by?
One unit affirmative.
Yeah, they're upset with us being down here, so we spoke with them.
Tell Mickey I said hi, Juan.
Okay, are these the ones that are just walking right now in the males in all black? Because there was another group that had a group of females and males.
Got a gas leak in Oceanside on Mission Avenue.
Gasoline break inside commercial.
Hello, Betty. I totally know that restaurant. I drive by that all the time. There's a gas leak response at the Hello Betty restaurant in coastal Oceanside on Mission.
Okay, copy. Yeah, it's probably all the same thing.
At 221 Mission Avenue.
We'll keep an eye on that, too. Usually gas leaks don't tend to be something unless there's evacuations, which is definitely why I want to keep an eye on this one, because it is in a densely populated area. It's right by those new hotels, the Seabird. It's a couple blocks from the pier.
They're
They're going to talk about it.
At Hello Betty's Fish House, 211 Mission. for the business being evacuated due to the gas alarm sounding.
Oh, so it's just an alarm at this point, but they are sending a full gas leak response. Evacuating Hello Betty. I've never eaten there, but I've stayed in the hotel right by there. Not at this point, Beatrice. It doesn't sound like it's broken and blowing. I'm assuming you asked that question before the clarification from the scanner, but just an alarm at this point. Sounds like they're evacuating as a precaution.
Well, if you can find a victim, you're good to clear. I don't have any other information.
The don't swim after eating thing is not based in fact. Go ahead and swim. I've always wondered about that because I feel like I've gotten in a pool right after I've been eating and I don't die or anything, so that's good. A block from my house. Is that the Hello Betty thing, Micah? Hopefully you're not smelling gas. Go visit the city. I gotta stay in my beat tonight. North County's my home.
Unit UTL on the victim and crime scene in the harbor. I'm going to break 2 dudes and be en route to the cover of 2. CA by copy in reference to 245. I spoke with several witnesses that had no idea where a crime scene would be.
10-4, David.
Nice weather finally. Yeah, it was a lot more manageable today. I do like the hot, dry weather usually, but I don't know, to have it 2 days in a row, I was kind of getting like a headache, and I think I just wasn't drinking enough water. But definitely don't like the hot and dry as far as fire fighting goes. So that's an extra threat. So Daniel, think you'll go on some interesting calls tonight? It's a good question. You never know what's going to happen. In North County, we definitely don't get as much action as down in the city, but we have our moments. So we'll be on the scanners during the whole stream, and we'll see if something arises. Shared on Twitter and YouTube, and gonna do Facebook next. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
42797, point of vista on 1180. I'm assuming that's not ours. I'm correcting, trying to correct the location now.
Think of all the people that went to the safari park during the heat. I bet it was significantly more toasty out there than even right here. I think Escondido broke a 1989 record. It was like 102, and the old record was, I think it was 89. They like shattered the heat record for that day.
Zero number starts with Tom, Mary, Sam King, and then 150328.
Multi-occupancy fire alarm. Engine 218. Spring Hill Suites, Oceanside. At 110 North Myers Street.
Battalion 217 North Cone.
Go, Battalion 17.
Salsa dancing lesson. That's cool, Evergreen.
We're receiving a fire alarm at 110 North Myers Street, which is possibly connected to the natural gas line break. Engine 218 has been assigned.
Now they have a fire alarm at a possible an address that's possibly connected to Hello Betty.
Copy. Pull 218 and an engine from Camp Pendleton. Did you want us to...
So now they have another engine and an engine from Camp Pendleton responding to that
That's a negative. Just
area.
go with the engine 218 for now.
Okay. I was in Escondido for lunch on Thursday and my car thermometer said it was 104. I noticed with my car thermometer, I don't know if it's off or something, but it was like my weather app on my phone was reading like 95 and then my car was reading like 81. And I was like, what the heck? But maybe the weather station placement had that way hotter temperature, but it's kind of weird. Usually it's closer than that.
This looks like a broken fire sprinkler at this time. It does not appear to be natural gas, and we do have an audible and visual alarm.
Engine 212 on scene. Looks like everyone's evacuated. Establishing
104 is very, very
broken
toasty.
fire sprinkler, not natural gas. Audible, visual alarm.
That would be quite something to be eating in downtown Oceanside, or anywhere for that matter, and have to get evacuated because of a reported gas leak. Luckily, it sounds like it's a fire sprinkler at this point and not natural gas, but that's not confirmed.
Right now to Alpha, and it looks like we have an active sprinkler that is going off behind the bar.
Hopefully it doesn't damage the restaurant at all. It's not good when it's basically raining inside your restaurant. That could be a story in itself, as if there's damage.
In the bar area.
Water flowing heavily in the bar area.
And Greg, 17 from Betty IC. Go for truck.
Hope no one was on a first date, right?
I'm going to put you guys on the sprinkler system itself. Let's see if we can get that shut down and start draining the system. Copy. Sprinkler system, see if we can drain it. Ready, I see. And 213 stage.
That's awesome, Evergreen. You got a lot of experience.
Assign you to truck 217, who is correction. I'm going to assign you to Alpha. You're going to be working for him. Go ahead and probably bring some salvage covers, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Copy that. We'll assist Division Alpha with manpower.
That would suck on a first date indeed. Especially if you get the water on you.
Betty IC from County 217, I'm on scene. I'm ready for a turnover when you are.
Who's on a sick
Okay,
one?
Betty IC, I copy that. I don't see...
Not sure what that means. I need to catch up on my lingo.
213. I think I can break them free because we have engine 213. It looks like they just arrived on scene, as well as engine 101. Or correction, I'm sorry, engine 101 still en route, and I would like to use their manpower. So if I'll go ahead and hand it off to you.
I copy engine 212. Betty, I see I got you going into the Bravo side. I got engine 217 as Alpha with
15 likes and 27 viewers. Thank you guys.
217 working on securing
That's definitely on the higher end than what my streams have reached as far as viewers. Where's Belle? Good question. Where is Belle? She's usually in here.
We'll probably be using those at some point here too.
I copy that. I'll take it from right here. Break northbound Battalion 217 is assuming Betty I see. We can continue the assignment for now, and I'll advise once we get more information on that additional call with engine 218.
Battalion 217, on copies, you're assuming IC. Continue the assignment and we'll advise on the fire alarm next to our miners.
Now we're at 20 likes, just
All right,
like that. Thank you guys.
Battalion 217. I'd like you guys to stage where you're at and just stand by for a minute here until we get a little more info.
All right, 213 copies.
5 day, we can made around to 1172. Please cover.
Betty, I see from Division Alpha.
Right, how are you? Got the calls. Check.
Go ahead, Alpha.
Got briefly, I spoke in here behind the bar. We're going to try to stop the flow here, but we're going to need to shut the power down.
Ooh.
And we're going to need the water shut down and drain.
Sounds like
I copy that, Division Alpha.
that
You have
sprinkler in the
approach.
restaurant
Down power
is
and
broken.
water to
It's
it.
not just flowing. And so they're shutting down the power and the water to the business.
We're gonna need the power shut down.
I copy that. Shut it down. You also have engine 101 on scene, so let me know if your needs for manpower are.
I wonder how many... I'm assuming they can isolate the power shutoff and the water shutoff just to that building, but it might be connected to a couple other places.
That's affirmative. You have engine 213 coming to you for manpower. Engine 212 from City IC.
2327.
Go ahead for engine 212.
You have any needs for engine 101?
I don't currently have any needs for engine 101 for
I agree, April.
Alpha might have just manpower needs. There's going to be a lot of water evacuation that's going to need to occur here, and I'm not sure who's on utilities yet. But we still have power to a number of big screen TVs that needs to go out before we get guys underneath them.
I copy that.
They still have
Engine
power to a
101
number of
from
big screen
City
TVs
IC.
that need to
I
be
have
shut off
secure electrical
before they can put
and
firefighters
water
under them.
facilities again.
This does not sound good for that restaurant.
Utilities and shut down the water.
Betty, I see truck 217.
Go ahead, truck.
Yeah, we were on that previous assignment. I'm actually grabbing the knock from the front of the hotel. Looks like it's going to be a room off of the Alpha side.
I agree, Beatrice. Oh,
See if we can shut it down.
that's crazy.
I copy that.
At this point, I'm considering heading to it. They said sounds like it was heavy water flow and they're going to have a significant amount of water to remove. And that's a very known restaurant in the area. Hello, Betty.
Northbound from
That's
Betty
right
IC.
by the pier.
Northbound RT11.
I want to get a little more info on it.
Northbound from Betty IC. Confirming engine 218 is coming to the Spring Hill Suites.
Betty, I see affirmative.
Okay, Northcom Betty IC. This is going to be one and the same incident. Hello, Betty is tied to the Spring Hill Suites. You can cancel engine 218.
Thank you, LA. I appreciate that. What's the emoji we got this time? We got a... Is that a cat or a fox? I can't really tell. Giving a bone. Thank you very much.
218 copies, thanks.
Yeah, why don't we head to that? We're going to go to coastal Oceanside. I know the service down there. We've gone on the Strand before,
And see if they need an additional
which is a very
manpower.
coastal street. You're like driving right by the water, and I have lost connection with the stream before. So if that occurs, this is my warning, but hopefully we'll be in a good spot.
Easy, Bobby.
Unit 333.
On the road.
437 traffic, southbound Boulevard, Project.
Alright, 211, just confirm you copy the call. You've been added to 1701 Bush Street.
If the stream kind of craps out, I'll just get a couple shots and get out, and then we can get back to the stream. Definitely want to get eyes on this. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate that.
19 Legacy Ave, southbound Boulevard at South Tamarack.
Get a better angle for you guys. Probably have a 15 to 18 minute ETA from where we are. Driving to the beach.
Division Alpha, Betty IC. Betty IC.
Betty IC.
Just confirming there's no fire that triggered the sprinkler head. It's just a faulty or knocked sprinkler head.
Yeah, looks like it just broke. There's no signs of fire here in the area behind the bar. I haven't walked inside a restaurant. This is the only place that's been affected here. We're mitigating the water situation right now, but we're still going to need the system shut down and drained.
I copy that. We're working on that. Thanks.
Sounds like at this point they're just trying to make sure or minimize the damage from the water,
Go ahead, Bravo.
but they need that water shut down as soon as possible.
According to an employee, they stated that this sprinkler head may have been hit with an object. No fire.
I copy that. Thanks.
I'll make sure to catch up on the comments once we get there. So thank you to anybody who's commenting. I appreciate it, but I just won't read them right this moment.
Alpha, just FYI, we still have power in the building.
I copy that. I believe the truck and engine 101 are working on securing utilities.
I'm not totally sure how the fire department goes about shutting off the water. I know they can access the gas and the electricity, like the utilities, but I guess water's included in that, but I don't usually hear water being shut off mentioned, but maybe that's included in the electricity part, like the pumps need electricity to go, so if there's no electricity, there's no water.
Ready, I see engine 101. Go ahead, 101.
We've located the maintenance workers got a key to the electrical. We'll make our way there now. We should have people in seriously.
All right, they got a maintenance
I
worker
copy
now.
that. Thanks.
Maintenance worker saves the day.
Ready, I see from Bravo. Sprinkler system appears to be shut down. We just need to drain the system now. We've got a little residual water.
Bravo, I copy. Sprinkler system shut down. Just need to drain the residual.
It's been pretty slow today, which is a good thing as far as calls go. But 30 minutes into the stream and we're heading to a call already.
Engine 101 from Betty IC. Go ahead from engine 101. Engine 101 from Betty IC. If you're with a maintenance worker, maybe you can also work on silencing this alarm. If he has access to that, well.
There's still a lot of cars on the 78. It's almost as if a traffic brake just got let through. I would not be surprised if this restaurant is closed for at least the next couple days while they get this figured out. Does not sound too great. if I heard correctly, it sounds like the sprinkler may have been hit with some sort of object and it like sheared off. Kind of like when a car hits a fire hydrant. Maybe they were carrying something really tall, like a ladder or something, and someone hit the ceiling. Officially in Oceanside at this point, so making our way there. Oh, we'll actually need the 5.
Go ahead, 111. Yeah, broke out. Previous they shut off what's considered a house main. It's a restaurant. And it shows that off in this position we saw lights. We do have a hotel main, but that would be the main for the entire hotel. So we're going to run that by you.
So this restaurant is connected to the Spring Hill Suites Hotel.
Let me try in with Alpha first. I can do that. 0101, you got it. Go ahead, Alpha.
We got a hose head, and we're directing the water outside. Significantly slow down while coming out of there. We have no flow flowing in the restaurant, and we're just working on water removal at this point. We're pretty close to being done.
I got that hose diverting water out, running out of water, and just doing some.
Sounds like they are almost done getting the water out, so that kind of surprises me.
We've stopped all the water from pouring into the restaurant. We have a hose diverting it out to the outside. The crews are just doing some water overhaul. Here shortly.
We're a couple miles out.
Alpha from Bay C, based on what you just told me, you're comfortable with me cutting loose in 101.
Pick up. Southbound in the alley.
I copy that. Right, engine 101 from Big IC. You guys are clear to go. Engine 101 topic. Copy 24.
This is our stop. And just to mention it again, sometimes the service in downtown Oceanside can be a little spotty, so if it disconnects, I'll get on that as soon as possible and I'll reconnect it. If you're just joining the stream, we were in San Marcos. We were staging, waiting for any potential calls.
Breathing problems. Engine 111 and medic 111.
And now we're in Oceanside. We're heading to Hello Betty, which is a restaurant right by the pier. And it was a gas leak response, but at this point it sounds like it was a fire sprinkler that was struck by possibly an object and started to pour into the restaurant. It sounds like it was actually sheared. It wasn't just activated. So it was some pretty intense water flow going into the building behind the bar. So that could be obviously not good for a restaurant.
Troubles on it.
I do see the scene ahead of us at this point.
I copy that. Alarm is in silence. I still see the flashing strobes, and you're working your way to the south side to drain the rest of the system.
I'll probably just take you guys along as opposed to my camera on this one. I think this is more of a stream incident than a stream and camera incident. But who knows until we get on scene.
On the Bravo side, just opposite engine 212, right behind engine 101.
Let's see.
Betty, I see.
Northcom, can you have the duty inspector investigator contact me via cell, please? I'll type some claims you take.
Betty, I see from you.
Downtown Oceanside, Saturday night. You never know where the stream will take us.
Where's my Paula? Northeast corner.
Go ahead, buddy. Yeah, definitely a lot of units here.
437, code 43 units.
A gas leak response is pretty significant. I'm pretty sure it has the same amount of units assigned as a first alarm structure fire, so they don't kid around with a suspicion of a gas leak. I'll stay. Almost made the light, but not quite. Actually gonna back up a little bit.
Copy, I've been in the area for 5 minutes checking UTL. Clear the call, please.
Thank you, LA, for the tip. I appreciate that. Very generous. What'd you say? Shout out to everyone's cats and dogs. I am assuming people are talking about cats and dogs because Hello Betty kind of sounds like Hello Kitty. That's what I always thought when I first heard about this restaurant. But I could be wrong. I'll make sure to catch up on all the comments once everything calms down here.
Working it out.
Yeah, all these like apartments and hotels were not here like 3 years ago. These were all just like empty parking lots.
Girlfriend's son at 242 DRP and his mother.
Alrighty. Where's the best place to park?
Sure, collection.
Alpha from Betty IC. Alpha from Betty IC. Just let me know when you can cut loose both 213 engine and RA213.
Oceanside is all built up. Yes, Charles, exactly. You'd be right about that.
Alpha from truck 217.
I heard about this on Facebook recently. There's an upscale convenience store. It's called Street Corner Urban Market. And they posted on Facebook that they were hiring. I think I saw it on like one of the neighborhood groups or something. But I was like, an upscale convenience store? That's interesting. Didn't expect something like that to be put in, but kind of a good business idea, I guess.
Engine 213 or engine 217 from truck 217. Yeah, go for engine 217.
Not sure exactly what this light is waiting for.
All right, we've
There's no train.
Where we can drain the water. Do you guys still have residual water in there? Do you need it drained? Yeah, it looks flat right now. I think we've drained the system. I'm gonna have one of the guys double check.
So it sounds like they do have all the water out of there.
If you guys find
but I'm interested to see what the inside of the restaurant looks like.
Yeah, copy that. My firefighter's on his way out. We're standing by at the drain. Let us know if you need us to drain it. Stand by right now. We're heading up to
Right. Yeah, April, I agree.
Go ahead,
I
Alpha.
probably wouldn't go there myself, but I'm wondering like what they sell.
I copy that.
Maybe it's not the best business
Right,
idea
engine
after all.
213, Betty IC.
IC is incident command.
Engine 213 sounds like I'm taking you guys loose. I appreciate the help.
Oh, thank you, Beatrice. You're already on that.
We got a couple minutes around out here and we'll be on the road.
All right, is anybody timing this? How long have we been at this red light now?
RA213, Betty IC.
This is a stringer's worst nightmare.
Go ahead for RA213.
RA213,
Oh,
Betty IC.
now it's
We can
flashing.
take you guys loose when you're finished
So
doing
this
what you
must be because they cut off the power in the restaurant.
RA213 coming
Must be tied to this light somehow. Ooh, that's a little sketchy. To have a flashing red light going over train tracks. I hope the crossing arms are still working. Definitely gonna check out both ways before I cross. Yikes. That's not the most fun thing ever. Alright, there's Hello Betty. We'll park in this parking lot to our right. Walk over. Can definitely see some onlookers. I wonder if they were the ones having dinner when this all went down.
Yeah,
This place had to be open. It's a Saturday night. It happened at like 9. They were probably set to close in an hour or two.
Sprinkler head right now.
Do you want to run out or
When we get to go ahead to the IC, we'll recharge the
All right.
Copy that. We're going to make our way to the main alarm panel. Stand by.
Yeah, I gotta. At least 4 fire units. I see 5 now. Oh, this guy's backing up. Oh, don't back up into me. I thought he was just going into the parking spot. Okay. Let's check this out, you guys. Interesting because this light still has power, but the other one doesn't. Thank you, Charles, for the tip. I appreciate that. We got Battalion 217 with Oceanside Fire here. I think these are all going to be Oceanside units. Oh, actually, there's one Carlsbad engine at least on this. Got an ambulance across the street.
Wait.
Most of the fire engines seem to be over there. Got the truck too. Got some firefighters working on something here. So I guess that's the bar area they were talking about. Can't exactly tell where the water was flowing now that it's stopped.
There's like an actual place exactly right there.
So I'm guessing these are the evacuees from the restaurant. I don't know if they would have evacuated the hotel. I don't see anybody in the balconies up there. But these two buildings are connected. Got fire apparatuses lining the street. Some of the water there. Sounds like there was a lot more than just that. So those were those TVs they were talking about. There's even some arcade games right there. Lots of stuff you don't want to get water on. I'm definitely interested in knowing how much damage, if any, was sustained by this. Can't exactly tell what they're working on right there. Oh, Beatrice, you're right, yes. Pendleton responded to the fire alarm that went off. So they had a second call for a fire alarm that was at the, I think it was for the hotel, which is connected to this. I'm not sure if they ended up canceling Camp Pendleton or not, but there was an Oceanside engine and a Camp Pendleton engine that were placed on the fire alarm call after the gas leak had initially gone out. Check out how many people there are here. This is quite a bit of people. Exactly, Evergreen. It sounds like there were no injuries here, so that's great. But that's the overview of the scene, so I'm gonna start making my way back.
Wait.
Luckily those crossing arms are working, that's good. I don't think Juan drove by, Dale. I wonder if there's a train even coming. I did actually cover something. Oh, there wasn't even a train coming, unless I just missed it. I covered something similar to that on Easter when they had a fire at a restaurant in San Marcos, right by the San Marcos Lake or Discovery Lake, whatever that lake is down there by South Rancho Santa Fe Road and Lake San Marcos Drive. The whole building was evacuated, Easter brunch type of thing. So it kind of reminds me of that one.
Carlsbad, test. RA103.
See, where did I leave off on these comments?
At 3465 Trailblazer Way.
Oh my gosh, I missed a lot of these. Sorry, guys. Distracted for like 20 minutes.
Betty, I see truck 217 out there.
Right, Kenny, that's what you don't want to happen, is something big happening in Escondido when we're all the way here at the beach. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate it. Always safety first. Hi, Amber. How you doing? I've never been to 333 Pacific, that restaurant, but I'd like to try it. I've heard good things about it. Condolences. What was that for? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Beatrice. I see your comment now. My other cat had died about a year prior. I really needed the companionship in lockdown. What's your new cat's name?
Truck 126.
Oh, there's a train.
Not even a TC. The stall vehicle only. Sure, cancel.
79 injuries, small vehicle only. I'll cancel.
What do you use to listen to the fire department channel? I have one scanner on fire and another on law enforcement. Beatrice, I did think about asking a couple people questions on the live stream, but I didn't want to kind of put them on the spot. It's one thing if I'm like, do you mind if I record you? But since I was live streaming, I refrained from asking anybody questions on camera. Hi, Charles. How you doing? We got a second Charles in here. I am caught up on all the questions, so let's hit the road. We did have a traffic collision response in Vista, but I believe I just heard a size up on that, and that it was a stalled vehicle and not a traffic collision, so we will not be heading to that one. Alrighty. Let's hit the road. Got the scanner on both of them. That scene is definitely still active. I hope those people get a refund or something. Gosh, the owner of Hello Betty just has to be freaking out right now. That's a bummer.
Passing poinsettia, so Mia gotten off at poinsettia. She's with the vehicle now. That's a black colored Jeep Cherokee.
We have a camper over at the T1 Early Campground who was asked to
We got a
leave.
firefighter on top of the engine right there. That's pretty cool to see.
Has not left yet, and we were told someone was coming out. Dispatch.
Is that?
I was wondering if we could update them.
Looks like there's a boat by the pool at the hotel. Or like the rooftop bar or something. How on earth did they get a boat up there?
1942 Monument Road.
Alright. Ooh, that was a low dip. Check that out. That's quite the view.
Everything's good for you.
Temporary, code 4 to okay, no subject seen. The RPO is passing the meter. We instructed her to return to the city to meet with officers, and the line disconnected. There's no answer on a call back to the RP.
41 copy.
41 call.
Looks like the battalion chief has relocated.
I took the 5 way down to Point City. I can't wait for the Point City exit. She likes to, if she wants to come meet the other way, but me.
Timber.
Go ahead, Alpha.
Oh, that does not look easy to get down from that fire engine. Wow.
We have pressure. It's fully open. We got no leaks on the inside here. We're going to close this door because I think this is what caused the problem. And then we'll make contact with the manager of the store and tell them not to open it.
I copy that. System is recharged. Gonna secure a door. That may be the issue, and you'll turn it over to the manager. Unless you guys have any other needs, I'm gonna probably terminate AC and just let you guys start clearing as you see fit.
Well, we left just in time. It sounds like they're wrapping up.
Yeah, we've got a lot of removes and minimize any more damage here. I think we're going to start downsizing the incident.
I wonder what time they close.
I copy
I
that.
should have Googled that.
Great work, guys. Northcom, Betty, I see.
We're reporting we're in an area under the car.
Northcom, Betty, I see. We've replaced the broken sprinkler head and recharged the system, and it's fully pressurized and no leaks.
Wow, they fixed the sprinkler. I didn't even know they could do that.
And they'll be working on resetting the alarm.
They replaced the broken sprinkler head for them.
And units will start clearing here shortly.
AIC, replace the sprinkler head, recharge with no leaks, turn over.
If I'm in the area tomorrow or something, I should drive by and see if they have a sign on their door saying, like, we'll be back soon. But hopefully it didn't do that much damage to where they can still operate to some degree.
Emergency 40 ball working job for me. We're 40 balls advisory.
We'll just head back to the 5 and make our way back to San Marcos for staging. Sorry to make you guys talk amongst yourselves. I mean, everyone in here is pretty enjoyable, so that's a good thing. But I definitely want to see what you guys are talking about. Gosh, that road is always so bumpy when I go over it right there. My poor tires and my suspension crying for help.
42 bolting.
Alrighty.
42, can you show myself and 43 calling route to the possible 23 152, please?
back on that. Get back down to the ambulance for this boat.
I copy that. Do you have prevention and ground or able that
I'm comfortable with our phone call, especially since the sprinkler system held the pressure. He said if it held, he didn't really need to know. Northbound 917, I'm going to curve the incident and my contact with the engine 212 will be on scene.
It's a big truck. We were right here on the last stream, or the second to last stream, one of those two. There's a crash on the westbound side of the freeway, which we're going eastbound right now, but motorcycle crash, and took him to, I think it was Palomar.
But now maybe a knife, but the subject still bleeding. Conscious at this time and breathing. Possible building number is 5120 Paris. 45 on the ground, you make the primary. Code 4. 10 full stop, I will head to. Okay. out of the current state.
Laceration. Engine 103.
Laceration call.
488 Grand Pacific Drive. 203.
Sounds like that's at one of those hotels next to Legoland. There was a brush fire there yesterday, like right on the perimeter of Legoland. It was a vehicle fire response turned brush fire, but they got a pretty good handle on it quickly, so thank you firefighters for that.
Really?
That could have been bad.
Vista. Traffic collision.
Oh,
Engine
crash in Vista. We are in Vista. It's on the 78. Okay, we have a crash a couple miles ahead of us that was just reported on the 78 at Mar Vista Drive, and it is eastbound. We're going eastbound, so if we would have left that scene in Oceanside like 3 minutes before we did, we may have seen this crash happen. We're obviously heading to this one. I didn't quite catch the units that were assigned. I'm interested if we're gonna be there before anybody. We're pretty close. We are 1.5 miles out from the exit that it's reported at. Definitely using extra caution because we have no idea. Could be all lanes blocked and it comes to a quick stop. Oh, CHP is up there. They might be heading to it already. That was fast. CHP must have been in the area. It could be one of those situations where they already had a reported crash and now somebody's saying they're injured like 10 minutes after the crash. Oh, is this it? Looks like we do have a car. CHP's already there. Oh, that does not look that bad, which is good. CHP was already out with somebody. I'm assuming that's it, but it's a little bit far from where it's where they're sending the fire department. That was Civic Center Drive. It's reported in a half mile from here. So we'll have to see if we see anything else. But that looked like it was non-injury. Not seeing anything. I'm gonna get in the middle lane just in case someone's sticking out from center divide. You never know.
I'm gonna be 10-6 on the site.
Oh yeah, it looks like that was it then.
Encinitas, Cedar, Engine 232, and Medic 235, at Interstate 5 northbound of Encinitas Boulevard.
There is a semi outside. The broken headlight. Does not look damaged though. Alrighty, well that made things a little interesting on our drive back. Looks like nobody's hurt, so that's good. There's also a seizure call on the 5 in Encinitas. Are you guys proud of me? I've gone over an hour at this point without making the screen go black. Anyone who's watched other live streams of mine knows that there's been a few instances where I click a notification or I accidentally exit the app and then I have to restart the stream. But I'm proud of myself. That has not happened yet.
Copy, subject no longer in the room in Oscar, the north end of the brush.
Nope. Thank you very much. Nice plan. Working great.
46. 46, 127.
Engine 103 north.
46.
Engine 103 per PD is clear to enter.
Go
We're
for
going
it,
to
Bob.
meet you at the front entrance.
And out on the back off foot. Do we have a DOT or a description?
We'll go to our other usual staging location, which is in this parking lot here.
North Convention 121.
Oh, sounds like the fire department's at that crash now.
Be non-injury. Cancel the balance.
Non-injury, I was right.
Engine 121 non-injury, cancel the balance. Great. RA 121, you can cancel.
Oh, there's a sheriff unit right there. Kind of came out of that parking lot going... Wow, Handel's ice cream is always packed. Oh, what the heck? Sheriff is... They just spotlighted those people. That was interesting. I forgot there's no turn there, so I have to loop around to get to that spot. That was weird. I wonder what those people were doing. I don't see them anymore. Oh, there they are. Oh, it looks like some kids playing like cops and robbers or something. They had like walkie-talkies. That's funny. Sheriff was like, what are these people doing hiding in the parking lot? That's some legit police involved in that. There they go. Well, let's catch up on these comments.
Northcom engine 232.
Engine 232.
Engine 233.
Hi, Ross. How are you guys doing? Or how are you doing?
What was the information?
Negative. They're AOR at Orpheus and...
Oh, that's
Olympia.
right, Charles. You had surgery. I hope your recovery is going well.
Engine 232 copies.
6.5 hours. That is a lengthy surgery.
Engine 232. I reconfigured...
Hi, Faux Rock. How you doing?
Closer.
Good to see you again.
Cancel engine 232, cancel.
Wow, what do you know? No Astria out here tonight, Nesco. You never know. I wonder what this cloud cover... It's hard to tell tonight if they would fly up there. They're removing the cast on Monday and placing a removable cast. Hi, Dan. How are you doing?
Engine 233 from engine 232.
Charles, we actually passed that crash at Mar Vista. It looked like it was a... Well, now we've confirmed with the fire department traffic that it's not injury. Oh, they are grounded. Okay. Due to weather. Yeah, it seems like we've got some low clouds, and we're pretty far inland, so I'd imagine it's worse along the coast.
Charlie.
760 Fishing. That's a new channel in here. Thank you for joining. There was a SWAT raid the other day in my neighborhood. It was crazy. Where was that at? If you are comfortable disclosing your neighborhood. I just heard helicopters here, but then again, I'm near Imperial Beach. Is that what you meant? Helicopter pad for the military. We'll see if Astria has been requested for anything. Oh, they were about 10 minutes ago. I'm assuming they were grounded here. Somebody said that in the chat.
Sick person. Engine 231 and Medic 237 at 90 North Coast Highway 101.
Sounds like they're able to go to Lakeside.
33 from engine 232.
Lakeside was requesting assistance with a medical aid because they couldn't find the person. Near the 7-Eleven on Melrose. Really? I did not hear about that.
Northcom engine 232. We're on scene.
Cover code 4, 5150, summer application.
Engine 232 on scene. Break engine 233, cancel. Engine 233, cancel.
Verify location number 2330-2330.
Yeah, so it sounds like that car we saw up the embankment on the freeway was the victim vehicle, and they were hit by somebody else who took off. That would be scary. That car was in quite the position. It was like sideways on the hill.
BLS 213.
Northcom BLS 213, could you show us AIQ? MCD down.
Time to go make something to eat. I'll be back later.
BLS 213.
We'll be waiting, Dan. We'll be here. You believe Juan posted it to Facebook? Really? On 619? I'll check his page.
Copy AIQ.
The one this morning was in Tierra Santa, which is a neighborhood in San Diego. That one was crazy. 2 hostages and an officer shot into the room. That was wild. I was not at that one, but I've heard all about it today.
For football now, 43 public cover, check area for suspicious persons, 3706 Saddle Drive. Residents see the subjects in a blue pickup truck were driving up and down the street. There were 2 males who also seen walking behind his house in the preserve area with backpacks. Besides the blue truck, there's also a white Subaru and a silver Honda parked around near the corner, maybe associated.
I have a lot of friends in Tierra Santa. The neighborhood is usually pretty quiet. Yeah, I can't imagine living in that, like on that street specifically, and because it sounded like it was a random choice as far as the house for that guy to enter. It didn't sound like there was any motive for those people that lived there. So, I mean, if you live near that house, you're probably thinking like it could have been me, which is totally valid. That's crazy.
44 plus I'll check the area and advise.
Any action? We did have reported gas leak in Oceanside that we went to. Ended up being, sounds like it was a broken sprinkler in a restaurant. So the restaurant was evacuated. That was quite the sight. Got to see a lot of fire engines and stuff, and some firefighters doing some work, which was cool. And on our way back, we had a crash reported a couple miles ahead of us, but it was non-injury. It's a hit and run on the 78. I'm assuming they're still working on that because we just passed by that like 15 minutes ago. But good to see you, Troll. We'll see if anything else goes down. Oh, right. He went into the 2 other houses? I know there were multiple houses involved, but I thought that last one he went in was the only one he actually entered.
Oceanside. Traffic collision vehicle versus pedestrian.
Oh boy.
Engine 211 and RA 213 at Lemon Street and Holly Street.
Well, just our luck. We were just in that area like 20 minutes ago. Let's get some more details on that for sure. Looks like it's in a residential area near the 5 and the 76 in Oceanside. Vehicle versus pedestrian.
Breathing. Still getting further. Hi, David.
Hi, David. Can I get a female for a search?
I caught the very end of that transmission, but it sounds like they said the pedestrian was breathing. Turn on your headlights.
Engine 231.
Oh yeah, they turned them on.
Room 4203.
Engine 231.
I got that person to turn on their headlights.
There's a strip.
It's the simple things in life.
That is address 90, but there's a number of suites. Do we have a more specific location?
Engine 231, he stated they are townhomes.
I do an inquiry.
911.
Copy. Do you have a apartment number at all?
West Mission, what happened?
Engine
SD
231,
Elizabeth,
stand by, I'm on another
thank you for joining,
911.
by the way. What's going on West Mission?
4559, 4559.
I didn't copy. Thank you.
Engine 231. Disregard. We have a waiver.
Copy.
Hey, quick, sorry, meant the location. I'm not sure what you're asking, Elizabeth. Chew, I'm not sure. Probably another 45 minutes to an hour. I'll probably be off before midnight unless we get something pretty crazy.
At 1080 Arcadia Avenue, room 231.
But I'm always kind of playing it by ear. This is where either Star Trek's teleportation would work, or Back to the Future flying DeLorean to get. Yeah, I need to be able to teleport to these scenes when I'm all the way back in San Marcos, and I was just in Oceanside, and now something's happening in Oceanside.
Yeah, we're in the back alley next to Highway 101. The apartment is 204.
Copy, apartment 204 in the alley.
Yeah, I'm on the early shift tonight, Chu. Taking over for Mr. Juan while he's at Disneyland, hanging out with Mickey and friends. Sorry, I talk in code what I mean. I think you're parked on West Mission. We're actually parked along South Las Posas Road, right by Linda Vista, or no, that's La Mirada Drive. We're in between Linda Vista and La Mirada on Las Posas.
1175, last name Rose, female. Ever.
Sounds like it's pretty quiet across the county as far as CHP's incidents go. Still got 32 people in here. Thank you guys. 34 likes. Where's everybody watching from? Hello, Boo Bang. How you doing? Good to see you. My phone. Good one, Charles. Does anybody watch on something other than a phone? I've watched some of Juan's live streams on like my laptop, but is anybody watching on like an iPad? Which, no hate to iPads, we love them, but it's just an unusual way to watch. You are on your laptop. Okay, laptops are popular in the chat. Watching from San Marcos, Elizabeth. Well, you must be very close to me then. Firefox. I used to use Firefox a while back. That was when I had a Microsoft computer. You're watching on your TV, Chu. Wow. Desktop. I use my tablet or phone. There's our first tablet person. Congratulations, April. You win the prize for first tablet commenter. Watched from widescreen monitor on desktop computer. That sounds like a fancy setup. Not just desktop, but widescreen desktop. I forgot you could like watch on your TV if you have like a Roku setup or something.
1129-4 balance. Engine 211, confirming you said truck 217 is on scene.
That's affirmative. So is
RE213.
Sounds like the truck from Oceanside was just in the area from that gas leak call. So they went to this vehicle versus pedestrian, but they weren't actually initially dispatched for it.
We have a very small blade from Shaver missing, so check them good.
Need it for video editing. I really want a bigger screen. Like, I have the 13-inch MacBook, which I love. I don't want to sound like ungrateful or anything, but it would definitely be nice to have the 15-inch or I think they might do 16 inches too, which would be nice.
Truck 217, copy medical aid, adult male with a seizure.
Copy, thanks.
Truck 217 at Lemon Street and Holly Street.
So it sounds like that vehicle versus pedestrian call is actually a person having a seizure.
PHP is actually going to be in the parking lot at that location.
Question, how's North County doing tonight? It's pretty steady, I'd say. We had a call in Oceanside that we went to at Hello Betty, a restaurant down there in downtown Oceanside. Restaurant was evacuated, the whole shebang, but it sounds like it was a sprinkler that was broken instead of a gas leak, which I'm assuming is better. I'm not really sure. I'm not really an expert in that field, but hopefully no major water damage from that. Sounds like they actually had to shut off the TVs, so hopefully the water didn't kill the TVs in the restaurant. I'm assuming that would be quite expensive. We did see a crash on the 78 on our way back to staging in San Marcos, so maybe it's because I'm doing it earlier tonight, the stream, because I don't feel like it's typical to have 2 incidents that quickly. Maybe it's just that kind of night, though. Watching on your laptop, Sandcrab. You got a Roku TV so you can watch me on the 55-inch. Nice. A few times on my laptop via dual monitors, but prefer the phone so I can lay down. Yeah, that's the nice thing about a phone, is it's small and you can kind of take it anywhere. Your laptop died after 6 years? I'm sorry to hear that.
2110 South Coast Highway, Suite A, Banana.
I got mine in 2018, so I'm on my 4th year. And I did buy it new.
House 1903 South Coast Highway for a male that grabbed a female by the neck. White male, 50s, wearing a gray shirt, now walking northbound on coast following the female.
Encinitas, person down, engine 233, medic 261, and Encinitas lifeguards. Moonlight Beach, lower, B Street, at 400 West B Street.
Working in route to left.
Person down at Moonlight Beach.
Available unit to clear and be en route with 14.
Clear, bus clear. I'll be now.
Copy.
Not too much crazy, I'm guessing. Yeah, not anything too crazy yet.
Now on the ground, currently choking the female. 14, I'll show you in route code 3.
Whoa. Is that a domestic violence?
The call is going to be changed to a 245. The subjects are currently in front of Wags Liquor.
Wags Liquor, changed to a 245. So it's going to be in the 1800 block of South Coast Highway in Oceanside.
For males, white male 50s wearing a gray shirt. Female white, female 50s wearing a jean jacket. He's now no longer choking the female. Or being an employee calling from the courthouse.
Cancel lifeguard.
Not sure exactly why it was changed to a 245, which is an assault with a deadly weapon. But maybe that was because of the choking. I'm not sure if you actually can have a 245 without a weapon.
Copy. Any additional unit available to clear me now? Tuesday for 10-8. 245. 14, we can keep RP on the line until 097.
cover for 10-1.
Your traffic broke, confirming a case number for 10-851 or the BLO? Copy. Your case number is 4560-4560.
ID73, David.
Sometimes they consider hands a deadly weapon depending on the situation. Good point, yeah. You can certainly do a lot of damage without a physical weapon.
Station OA unit sending a 242 in the 7B 3405 Low Smoky Way for the neighbors in a 242 via pushing.
Do you have an inquiry? If you can stand by, I'll have a field class so I can clear up your option 3 David because I'm close.
Copy.
It sounds like they're getting to the scene now.
Hey, David 97, code 4, check the welfare 5765 mission. David.
Are we on live? Yes, we are. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Another familiar face.
Checking status. I'm code 4, finishing up on notes now. Sure.
7 David 97, 245.
Paulo Puerto Paulo Carver welfare check the extended stay 1050 Grand Avenue. ERP is a guest at the hotel standing by the pool area. She found blood-stained towels left by the backside of the building by a male guest.
Whoa.
In the pool area, it's unknown room number.
Some weird calls tonight.
Is where the male
Not good ones.
at. ERP is hesitant to answer any further questions.
Where's the Hey, David, the David 1172 commercial.
Unfortunately, I was a recent victim of a cybercrime, so I had to get the FBI involved. Wow, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, David.
2097 245.
Really?
Where are we now? We are in San Marcos. We're along South Las Posas Road, just south of the 78 freeway. Kind of our normal staging area. Usually I start out just a little bit north of the 78 in this same area. Like to be in the middle of things as far as North County goes. So if something happens in Escondido or Oceanside, we have like an equal estimated time of arrival for both of those. And of course, if something happens in San Marcos, we're already here. Usual place, yeah. Watching on your phone while crocheting. That's cool. Janelle crochets. What's the difference between crocheting and knitting? Did you see the TC on the way back in Vista? Yeah, we passed by that. We were a couple miles out when it first came out, and it was non-injury, hit and run. The victim vehicle was left on an embankment. Sounds like somebody else took off. I don't know the description of the other guy, though. Knitting is for bosses. Yeah, I saw that, Charles. I hope you're having a good recovery so far. 6.5 hours is a long surgery. Hope you're feeling okay.
Clear for Trent Allen. California DL 4691040, rapid shorter. Confirmed. Union.
I got a couple texts earlier this week that were like sent to me and like 20 other random numbers, and it obviously was a scam, but it was like, hey, your bill's been paid, here's a free gift for you, and then like some sketchy link. And I wanted to respond and like jokingly say like, oh, thanks so much, because I thought it might give the other people in the group chat a laugh, but I don't know where these scams are coming from. But I'm glad I wasn't a victim of one like you, Evergreen. That's crazy. Never click on it. Yeah, I was like, I definitely should not click on this. Usually there's like grammatical errors or something that gives away that it's a scam. But I've had a family member that lost like $500 to a scam, and she was talking about how they just talk so fast that you kind of just don't have really time to think about what's going on. And you just, because they're saying like, sometimes they'll say like, you're gonna go to jail if you don't give me this money, like there's like fines against you and you have to pay them right now. And it can be intense, even for like well-minded people like that you think would know better and notice that it's a scam, but it's pretty wild. Where are we chilling? We're chilling in San Marcos. We're along South Las Posas Road near the 78 freeway. Good to see you, by the way, Dago Viking. Hope you're having a good night. Is my dash cam shutting off?
Code 37 on suspect.
You got those like
Wanted
3 times
with
today? Wow.
United States only extradition out of Texas for dangerous drugs. A second one for trespassing.
Yesterday I got 2, but that was the
Valley
only time
Center.
I've ever gotten them.
Person down. Engine
I've obviously
161
gotten like other
and Mercy
scams
Medic.
before, but not the your bill's been paid, here's a free gift type of thing. That was the first time I've seen that. The AI is in the AI intelligence is scary. Great night, me and my girl Mary Jane. Well, I'm glad to hear you're having a good night. Sounds like a chill night in.
27 Sam 97.
Hello, Ethan. How are you? I might know Ethan, but I'm not totally sure because he doesn't have a profile picture. I'm wondering if that's who I think it is. I hate those Daniel darn scammers. Me too. It was a fraud scam in my situation. Dude pretended to be a supervisor of a reputable business that I thought was working with online. Oh, that I thought I was working with online, but nope. The creep stole the identity of the business. Wow. That sounds complex. They will go to great lengths to steal people's money. That's awful. Sorry to hear that.
Also shown as a protected party in a served criminal protective order restraining Marco Cardenas, Colorado and California. No CDL, -4.
10-4. Last of Cardenas is going to be my 1016.
I usually give those guys false information. I have seen YouTube videos where people just like lead these scammers on for hours knowing that they're scammers, and then like they'll like the scammers will sometimes want you to buy a gift card from Walmart or something for like several $100s and give them the code. But there was this one guy on YouTube that like told the scammer that he spent all the money on the gift cards. And the scammer obviously was not happy about that because that money was supposed to be his.
Can you show 1016 time of 2210, please?
I had a scammer call me today telling me that I owe the IRS $4,500. Wow. I do like that iPhones tend to say scam likely nowadays. That used to not be the case, but I think scam calls have even increased, at least in my case, because I got some here and there like a few years back, but nowadays like it's at least several a week that'll call me and it'll say scam likely, so I just don't answer.
On Union City.
Daniel is my dad's name and my little brother is JR, with Daniel being my middle name. Wow, well, I am certainly a fan of your middle name and your dad's name, so pass that along to your dad. Oh, did you mean your brother is Daniel Jr. or his name is JR?
Medic 71, confirm response, Medic 71.
Sounds like they really use the name Daniel in your family quite a bit, which I am in full support of, obviously. I usually feel bad, though, and I give them my username and password to my checking account. I hope that's not true.
Medic 71, confirm response, Medic 71.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of everybody's rules, because they'll say, like your bank will never call you or text you or whatever, but then, like, another agency will. Like, Wells Fargo will send me, like, verification codes or whatever via text. So I'm like, okay, so you will text me.
Reports of fireworks, 1911, Porty Terra.
Fireworks? We are nowhere near the 4th of July. Who is doing fireworks right now? Actually, we're only like we're less than 3 months away from 4th of July. That's kind of crazy.
Shift to CHP Law 50.
And BLS 213 at South Coast Highway and Cassidy Street.
CHP, can you respond with us in FD and Valley Center to Cool Valley Lane and Cool Valley Road? We're responding to reports of a person slumped over the wheel of a vehicle. with a juvie in the backseat.
Oh my gosh, that's not good.
740 vehicle description.
Hi, Coley. How you doing? Hello, the Butter Zone. Thank you guys both for joining. Hope you're having a good Saturday night.
St. Paul 280, and we have our RPO standing by in a gray Jeep Cherokee.
Just got off work. Well, thank you for joining in your free time.
Case number 2331, 2331.
Coley's okay. She can be late. She has a tardy pass. Totally valid excuse being at work. If you're free and you're not here, though, what are you doing? I'm gonna have to write you up. Oh no, Coley, you're getting a write-up. I'll probably be on for 30 to 35 more minutes. Probably shut it down at like 11:30 unless we get something to go to. That brings us past that time. But that'll be the plan for now. Tentative plan. I was wrenching on a POS Ford Edge. Oh, so you're like a mechanic?
311, please.
31.
Can you run one by 30?
Go ahead.
Nora 211-5592.
Hi, Hayden. Good to see you. Another familiar name. Every bolt was Loctited to death. Oh, no. I couldn't change a tire if I tried. That's kind of embarrassing on my part. I feel like I should know something like that. If it really came down to it, I might be able to figure it out. Because I think my car came with like a jack and wrench and stuff. But I did get a flat once in Vista. It was like a very short drive too. Like, what are the odds that I got a flat tire on like a 10-minute drive? And I had to pull over, and this angel of a nurse
41, Great West.
just like pulled over and he changed my tire for me. And I was like, you are sent from heaven. Like, oh my gosh. I would not have been able to do that myself. Yes, we own a small auto repair business. That's awesome, Coley. I had no idea. Don't you dare call it a night. The night is young. Not yet, at least. Anything can happen. 1 needle crochet, 2 needles knitting. Oh, okay. That makes total sense. I've never thought of it like that. My car came with Jack, Johnny, and Steve. I don't know who Jack, Johnny, and Steve are.
Units in Route 242, 3405 Los Mochis Way. Suspect, a white male, 50 to 60 years old, wearing glasses. Has a prosthetic right leg, wearing a maroon shirt and black shorts. Choosing for today.
Encinitas. ALS response. Sick person. Engine.
You said your Prius had a jack.
Medic 261.
I think it does anyways. There's like little compartments in the trunk that like, they're hidden. It's like a nice little secret. But like under my actual trunk, there's a compartment, and then I think there's the spare tire under that compartment. So there's so many levels. I feel like it's one of those like Russian nesting dolls where it just keeps going.
Diego, Mercy 5, back and station available. Mercy 5 available. 2259.
I feel like I'm missing something with the joke. Is it a band? Jack, Johnny, and Steve. Dale asked me a question. Let's see. Hey, Daniel, I emailed you a link to Super Bright Light a couple of weeks ago. Did you receive it? To the Super Bright Light. I don't remember getting that email, but I'll check right now. I'm assuming you sent it to the Newsflash media email.
Freeway over Lake Zero.
I don't remember seeing that. It may have been flagged as spam, but if you could maybe send me a DM or something
Lakeside right now.
and let me know what email you sent it to, I'd appreciate that. Because I definitely want to see what you're talking about. Let me check my, like, junk email.
97 code 4 for music 432 at Chelsea.
Yeah, that's weird. That's the email registered to this channel. Oh, okay. Let me check that one. that one, I think, is old. Let me see if I even have access to it still.
Engine 161, Medic 71. When you guys come up Cool Valley, it's going to be the right-hand lane or right side road. Engine 161, copy.
Incident number. 43 Paul, incident number.
I'm not even sure how to find out which email is registered to this account. There's an email I log into this account with, but hopefully it's a Newsflash email, because this used to be like my, like, I'd make like home videos on this channel, but I privated all of those and switched it to my news channel. So there might be a couple different emails that this would be registered with. Thank you for the heads up about Dale's question, by the way, Evergreen. I'm putting together a 1/8 scale turbine RC helicopter for a friend since he doesn't have all the tools to do it. That's nice of you, Charles. Sounds like you got a lot on your plate. You're building and you're recovering from surgery. You got a lot going on. It is a band. Okay. I hope that's not a joke also. The Pet Boys? Manny, Moore, and Jack. Manny, Mo, and Jack. Okay. Sent it to me on the 29th. This stream might be better than the 619 News Media stream that usually plays on Saturdays. Oh, don't say that. We stand one here. Did Mercy Air just say they're available, Daniel? I didn't catch that, sorry. Yeah, we want to make sure Juan is still having the happiest day at the happiest place on earth.
Oceanside. ALS response. Stroke. Engine 211. And
I'm still looking for that email.
At 2112 Poplar Road.
That is so weird.
Same for David.
I'll have to go on my computer tonight and check to see which email is public on this channel. Then I can make sure I'm checking the right one.
Comments in 101.
We're at 39 likes. I wonder if we can make it to 50 before the stream ends.
Engine 101, update on this.
which is about 30 minutes, so I feel like we can do it.
Did you want to more copy break? BLS 213, you can cancel. BLS 213 cancel.
BLS 213 copy cancel.
Hi Thomas, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Ooh, we got 42 likes now. We're only 8 away from our goal.
Royal Travel Police, we're on scene of an accident. Looks like there'll be minor injuries and extensive damage to the vehicle. Vehicle plate's going to be 4 Boy Queen Mary 510. Should come back to Acura Integra. It's going to be 76 just north of Redgate of the turnout. And it's going to be a solo vehicle only.
Well, 10-4, we had it as a non-injury, confirming there is injury.
The driver here is complaining about some kind of bump onto her head. But other than that, I do not see any visual.
Minor injury crash reported on the 76, which is pretty far out there. Redgate Road is definitely rural.
Hey, David.
Can you show me around the 19th book evidence, please?
Yeah.
With extensive front end damage from hitting a rock.
Yeah.
It says vehicle versus center divide. Is there a center divide way out there on the 76? It's kind of a weird description. I'm sure they're right, though, because I don't venture out there much myself. Any good shots tonight? We did go to a gas leak response that sounds like it ended up just being a sprinkler that was sheared in a restaurant, Hello Betty, in downtown Oceanside. So we went there. I didn't get my camera out for that one. Just showed you guys on the stream. And then on the way back from that, we did have a car that we saw up on the embankment on the 78 in Vista, but that was a hit and run, no injuries. So also didn't stop to cover that one. We just drove by. But that's all the action we've had on stream tonight. Now we're just staged in San Marcos, monitoring the scanners for any other potential calls.
Can you put me back on the road rage? I accidentally cleared myself.
Hello, Adrian. How you doing? Ivan760. Thank you for joining. That's a new face. I appreciate it. Where's everybody watching from? I'm assuming you're in the North County area, Ivan, but 760, that area code does go into San Bernardino, so maybe you're our first San Bernardino viewer. There was an Instagram called like 760 Newsflash that was made like a year after I made Newsflash Media, and it had my same Instagram bio verbatim, like literally the same exact wording. And I was like, what the heck? But they didn't ever post anything. I should check if they posted anything. But I never knew like who made it, or it was kind of weird. .760 News Media, but their name on their account is 760 Newsflash. Breaking news provider based in North County, San Diego. That's like exactly what my bio is. How weird. Still no posts though. Maybe I should follow them and put the post notifications on. They are starting fire for that fire department response for that crash on the 76. You work in Poway? Oh, you're watching from work in Poway. Thank you for joining. Ivan's watching from Vista. Thank you, a fellow North County resident. Center Divide is from Mission Road of Fallbrook all the way down to almost the 15. Watching from San Marcos, Adrian. We did have another, Elizabeth was watching from San Marcos too. And I'm in San Marcos, so we're all little San Marcos buddies. Kenny's watching from Alpine. Maybe I made it when I was drunk. Well, I've only been, I don't even know if I was what you'd call drunk, but I've been tipsy 1 or 2 times. I went a little bit wild on my 21st birthday, but I don't really have my interest piqued by drinking. I don't mind if other people do it, obviously, but like if I'm out with my friends, I'm like, you guys can drink. I'm always a designated driver. I like driving around.
There's going to be a female sleeping in the vehicle.
You're in Vista off Sycamore? You're pretty close to here then. Do you know if Carlsbad has encrypted their radio? They have not. Oh, speaking of that, rumor has it Sheriff fully encrypted this past week. So earlier we could hear, like last week on the stream, we could still hear some Sheriff transmissions, but they were quote unquote encrypted. But they still had some like lingering units without encryption. But now I believe we're just hearing Oceanside and Carlsbad because they're not encrypted. But we obviously have the fire department dispatch for all of North County, so we can still hear when they start the fire department for certain calls. You only need 6 more likes to hit 50. Yes, Chew, you're exactly right. We just need 6 more to hit our goal. We definitely never hit 50 likes on a stream. That would be cool.
A female that's running towards the bridge, and her boyfriend is following, still getting further westbound on the Coronado Bridge, just west of the 5 for bridge agency.
Plastic in the far right lane of the 5 South near Cannon. Should we head to that? Imperial Beach is where Lynn's watching from. Over by Buena Creek Road. Buena Creek is a little hairy to drive on at night. Even during the day. Watching from Esco. Thank you, Ross. I appreciate that.
I'm good for it. Can you show me back to the city?
Jumper tonight, Coronado. It does sound like they're talking about a jumper on the Coronado Bridge. But hopefully they're just running. I'm not sure. Because it sounded like that was a weird one. Usually it's just like they see somebody who stopped their car in the middle of the bridge. But this one sounded like somebody was running onto the bridge with someone chasing them. So I'm not sure exactly what their intentions are. You live in Rancho Bernardo? Okay. That's not too far from here. You're like right in between Juan and I's coverage area, but you're technically in his area because you're in the San Diego city limits.
Beach and Boulevard, California Beach, George, Ocean, George, 11B.
You're in Ensenada right now, Charles? That's awesome. So Vista's your home base, but I'm guessing you're traveling, or is that where your recovery is from your surgery? What brought you to Ensenada?
Saturday, you can touch my too.
Sunday, a cup of tea.
Or 1172 commercial and 2110 South Coast.
Yes, I have family down here, and we had a baby shower for my cousin. That's cool. Congratulations to your cousin. How far south of the border is Ensenada? Is it pretty far down there? I passed a stopped car last month on the Coronado Bridge and I thought it was broken down. Come to find out it was a jumper. Oh, that's sad. Gosh. It happens frequently too. The Coronado Bridge is a hot spot for jumpers, unfortunately. They've been talking for a while about putting some sort of like protective barrier or like a net under the bridge, but as of right now, it doesn't seem like it's happened. They do have a net? Okay.
Northbound Medic 71.
They want to make it bigger. Gotcha.
Like 71.
3 dead.
Medic 71, clear from call
274, 243, E1.
I'm not even sure if there's a sidewalk on the bridge.
3 David, your case number 4562. Again, 4562.
It's only a 1.5 hour drive from international border, but it depends on what time you come down. That makes sense. That Mexico traffic. I've never been down there myself, but I've always lived pretty close to it. It's always just a drive away, I guess. Not sure exactly what I'd need to do to cross, though. I do have a passport.
Yeah, let me talk to him real quick.
There has been people that survived the jump. Wow.
37.
I'm assuming that's unlikely, but I'm no expert.
Copy.
I've heard if at a certain height, hitting water is basically like hitting cement. Not to make the conversation too graphic, but it doesn't really sound like it's a, you know, softer landing by any means. I hate how California wants everyone to get the real ID and you have to show proof of living in California. That's funny that you mentioned that because I just went through that process not even 2 weeks ago. I just got my real ID. I had a whole like slew of issues with the DMV because I had my driver's license when I renewed it a couple years ago. It was sent to the wrong place. And then my car got broken into and my driver's license got stolen. And then a couple weeks ago, just bit the bullet, went to the DMV. And they were like, no, you actually need a copy of your bank statement, like a physical copy, even though I had like submitted it online. So a little annoying, but when all was said and done, it only took like an hour and a half. So I was pretty grateful for that because everyone knows that some people spend a lot of time at the DMV. And I got it in the mail, so it was a successful trip. Yeah, I've personally lived in California my whole life. I was born in Orange County and moved to Oceanside when I was 5, and I've been in North County ever since. Oh, it's all good. It's all figured out now. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. Kind of a first world problem. So, no need to feel sorry, but I appreciate it. Passport is recommended to cross into or come back. Okay. I have a passport book and a passport card, so as far as I know, your passport card works as long as you're not flying. But I went to Europe a few years ago, which I never thought I'd go to Europe, which was crazy, but got that opportunity and had to get a passport book because I flew there. Obviously, I didn't drive to Europe. One time the DMV gave me 2 driver's licenses. Well, that's better than one.
I'll be courtesy of 148 to victim to 1279 Temple Heights Drive.
Routine. Senior to routine for 43 pole, 41 pole.
And not from close.
Sure. 48, 47 around for check on AP 7271 Calle Plata. We had an unknown apartment somewhere on the 2nd floor. Harvey's neighbor's dog has been barking all day, which is unusual. Harvey's concerned that the neighbor who's elderly there may be something wrong. Yeah, female in her 70s, unknown name. There's no associated vehicle information.
Station 8, David 10 Davis.
Go.
415 music, 3220 Bernie. Okay, 27 Sam.
They did for both in a row.
That last call was in Oceanside. I don't get Mexico's transmissions up here, so definitely would not be in Mexico. Oh no, I didn't mean to sound rude. I hope that didn't come off that way. But
commercial fire alarm. Engine 101.
Just getting North County's transmissions up here. I don't even get San Diego, but we definitely like that because we want to focus on North County.
What my name and DOD?
43.
Last of Perez, common spelling. First of Augustine, Adam George, unit, Sam, Tom, Ivanora, date of birth is 11/3/96.
Valley Center. Snake removal. Engine 162.
Snake removal. We could head to that.
27,270 Oakmont Road.
Copy 3, David, a video.
Copy. On FSTs.
FST.
I went to a dog removal a couple months ago with that dog that was stuck in the drainage pipe. That was definitely a feel-good story.
Vista. Heart problems. Engine 216 and RA 123 at 2435 Pruitt Drive.
Did you hear about the high-speed pursuit in LA last night? I know there was one on a motorcycle. There was one today too. I was driving, so I couldn't watch it, but I wanted to like pull over and watch. I don't know what kind of vehicle that one was, but watching high-speed chases live is something I do quite often.
Vista. Traffic collision.
Mm-hmm.
Engine
Got a
124
crash.
and RA 124 at Buena Village Drive and Buena Creek Road.
Buena Creek, that's right by Charles, where you were saying you're from. This is going to be CHP's handle. Let's see what they have on this. Nothing yet, no details, but we'll keep an eye on it. Just a regular crash, not a rescue, but still worth keeping an eye on. Looks like it's at a cul-de-sac at the end of a street.
Engine 101 cancel, engine 101 cancel.
I've been very skeptical since I joined this chat room. It usually takes me 10 years to get with a new YouTuber. That's all, and an English teacher. I never know if I should read your comments out loud, because I feel like they're like jokes, like trying to make me say something on the stream. But regardless, we're glad you're here.
Next time, engine 101.
Engine 101, go ahead.
Next time, engine 101. We false alarm.
Copy.
Hey, Daniel, good to see you. I recognize that profile picture. And your name, of course, because we are name twins.
Hey, 37. Petey, did you have somebody en route or in the area for the suicidal subject the boyfriend was following?
All joking aside, I love your streams. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Can I go, Petey? Did you have an officer en route or already in the area for Newton and Sicard for the suicidal female? Agency that was talking, my partner was tied up. Can you just repeat, I got Newton and Sicard, and what were you asking? Newton and Sicard, the suicidal female, the boyfriend was behind. Do you have an officer there?
Hi from San Carlos. Thank you, Judy, for joining. I like your flower emojis. Any drama so far tonight? We did have, I guess you could call it drama. In Oceanside, we had a sprinkler break in a restaurant. Hello, Betty, if that's a familiar name for you. I don't know if you're local. I forgot where you're watching from. But sounds like there was at least some water damage. I don't know exactly how much, but hopefully they'll recover quickly from that. And then on the way back, we saw a car up on an embankment on the 78 freeway, which was a hit and run. That was the victim vehicle that was up on the embankment. And I guess the suspect vehicle took off. I appreciate that you read the comment before you respond. I walk away from my phone a lot while working, and it really makes a difference. Oh, thank you, Thomas. I didn't even really think about that. I just kind of, that's just the way I do it. But I'm glad it helps.
Copy.
Hit and run, no good. Yeah. No bueno. But was no injuries, so that's good. It just seems like it would be property damage. The car didn't even look that bad. It was just up on an embankment, so wonder how it got into that position. Anytime, Daniel. Happy to provide some info. Fire department still responding to that crash in Vista on Buena Village Drive. That's right off of Buena Creek Road. Hi, Luis. How are you? Thank you for joining.
Fort David 14, Route 452, refused to leave Marriott, 110 North Myers.
Solo vehicle versus power pole. Power lines hanging over the roadway for that crash in Vista. Suicidal female. It sounded like there was one mentioned. I did hear it a couple minutes ago. I think it was that same person that they were talking about on the Coronado Bridge earlier. Good, thanks for asking. How about yourself? I'm doing well. Probably gonna wrap up here in a couple minutes, but thank you for joining regardless. I'm having a good night. Love talking with the streaming fam. We did it a little earlier tonight because Juan is at Disneyland right now, so I'm taking over for him on the kind of early shift, I guess you could call it. I usually follow his streams, so I typically start around midnight when he clocks out, but we did it a little different this week. We're trying to get to 50 likes before we end the stream. We're so close. We just need 3 more. I'm going to follow your channel. Thank you so much, Luis. I appreciate that. Oh, we got 48. Someone liked the stream. 49. We're so close.
3737.
Yeah, maybe that's why you guys aren't trying to get to 50 likes. You don't want me to end it, which I appreciate, but I am gonna wrap it up soon, unfortunately. Hello to you, David, by the way. I'm not sure if that's a new David or if the usual David just changed his profile picture.
124. 124 units are on scene. We have one sheared pole. We are going to have a hard closure on Buena Creek from
2327.
Lakeside Road to Verona Hills. I'll get you a...
They're putting a hard closure in place on Buena Creek Road due to that crash. They have a sheared power pole. So if you're in that area, I know Charles said he was from that area right before this crash happened, which is interesting. Yes, Juan is only gone this weekend. He'll be back. Don't worry. Hello to you, Juan, by the way. On my end, it is showing as 50 likes. Yes, now I'm seeing 50 likes. Thank you so much, you guys, for getting me to the goal. We've definitely never hit 50 likes on a stream, so I appreciate it very much. Daniel is the new thing. No, Juan's still the thing. He's the best thing, so I just took over for him on this shift tonight. 50 likes, yes. Thank you, Judy, for the celebratory emoji. I appreciate it.
Can you go to the RPs or whatever?
Got 51 now. Now we can say we got over 50 likes. You gave the 5th like, I felt bad. Why? If you liked it, there's no reason to feel bad. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining and spending a couple hours with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Jonathan, for the other celebratory emoji. Oh, 50th like. Okay. Well, you don't have to feel bad. I appreciate it regardless. Sounds like Charles has a comment for me. I'm not sure what it is. Want to see what Charles has to say. Thank you, Ivan. I appreciate that. Thank you, Daniel. I hope you have a good night as well. Thank you, the Butter Zone. Got a lot of people that come in here routinely to join the stream, so I appreciate you guys very much. Or if you're new tonight, I appreciate that too. Oh, it's across the street from your house, Charles? That's crazy. What are the odds? You had just mentioned where you were from, and then we had that happen. Thank you, Evergreen, for your moderator duties. You as well, Jonathan. Thank you, Coley, for joining. Have a great weekend as well. Thank you, Judy, a new subscriber. Thank you for joining the fam. Beto, thank you. I hope I say your name correctly. Over and out, everyone. Yes, Ross. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. I'm going to log off now. Stay safe, you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you in a week. Bye. Thank you, Chew Dog.